Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crimson Dawn Lore, where I, the author, teach you, the viewer, about the world of Crimson Dawn. Today's episode is on another land vehicle utilized by the new Soviet Army, the A-14G Self-Propelled Railgun. I was somewhat inspired by modern-day artillery cannons, but the main gun was of my own design. Anyway, let's get into the lore of this self-propelled railgun. The A-14G Self-Propelled Railgun is the main artillery cannon of the new Soviet Union's artillery forces. Developed in 2026, the A-14G utilizes the same chassis as the T-14 Armata and T-14G variant, though essentially the main cannon was replaced with an even larger gun-year railgun. Although providing twice the firepower of the T-14G, it takes twice as long to recharge and reload and is instead used as a sort of sniper unit that complements the T-14G during large-scale engagements. Though because it is classified as an artillery cannon, it is mainly used as a long-range bombardment weapon. In dire situations, the A-14G is capable of using guided warheads to lock onto and destroy enemy ICBMs and other cruise missiles. One of its most notable engagements was during a large-scale defense of new Soviet Armenia, in which the Soviet Republic found itself under attack by ground forces of the Islamic Empire in March of 2030. Seeing that the Islamic Empire just conquered Turkey with little to no resistance, Otyeskov sent Marshal Sergei Vasilov and his forces down to the Armenian border, as he thought war was all but certain between the new Soviet Union and the Islamic Empire. When the war broke out, Marshal Vasilov utilized the A-14G to push back the Islamic Imperial forces out of Armenia and back into their territory, forcing them into a stalemate. Vasilov would later use the A-14G in the Middle Eastern War to take out key fortifications controlled by the Islamic Empire. The end result of these search and destroy missions would clear the way for a siege of their de facto capital of Baghdad, which eventually ended the war in 2033. Later on during the new Soviet Union's military history, Soviet commanders would use these artillery cannons to quickly decimate enemy positions before they knew what hit them. Its reputation on the battlefield quickly sowed fear into an enemy force whenever it was deployed, earning its respect among artillerymen who called it the Soviet Hammer of Justice. And that concludes today's episode of Crimson Dawn Lore. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.